Good evening, everyone. So I wanted to go over a little background of the new book we're going to be reading in class, which is Wander by R.J. Palacio. This is the cover here, and I wanted to pick this book because I feel like students are really going to enjoy it, and the background is something that I think we all need to take a big look at, especially with our society today. So just a few things I want to start around about the author of the book, and then I kind of want to get into like a little background of the book and why I chose to read this one and why I think the students are really going to enjoy it. So RJ Palacio, she was actually born in New York. She was born July 13th, 1963. She lives with her husband and two sons, two dogs. You have to enjoy that. And this is actually her debut book. Like I said, it's called Wander. And it's been on the New York Times bestseller list since March of 2012. It has sold over 5 million copies. And again, once I tell you the reason why, I think you'll fully on agree as to why that's the case. And it has actually been part of a movement, and this book has been the base of it. It's giving a message of kindness, and it's inspired the Choose Kindness movement, and has also been embraced by readers, young and old, around the world. So this book has proven many points to kids and also different families, and I feel like it's a staple that should be read. And just something about it, if I read the inside, this is about it, and I honestly feel like this is what intrigued me. So August Pullman was born with a facial difference that prevented him from going to a mainstream school until now. He's about to enter 5th grade at Beecher Prep, and if you've ever been the new kid, then you know how hard that can be. The thing is, Augie's just an ordinary kid with an extraordinary face. But can he convince his new classmates that he's just like them despite appearances? And I did a little bit of research on this, and I found that the author of this book, she based it off of an experience she had whenever she was with her kids and there was another kid around them who had a facial deformity. And her own kids were very terrified, and she wanted to show that just because you look different on the outside doesn't mean you're different on the inside. So I honestly feel like this is a very good book. There's also different classics that she's written, but I think this is a staple that everyone should read. So I just want to go ahead and read the first page that's called Ordinary, and I think this is a very good idea of how the book will go. I know I'm not an ordinary 10-year-old kid. I mean, sure, I do ordinary things. I eat ice cream, I ride my bike, I play ball. I have an Xbox, stuff like that makes me ordinary, I guess. And I feel ordinary, inside. But I know ordinary kids don't make other ordinary kids run away screaming in playgrounds. I know ordinary kids don't get stared at wherever they go. If I found a magic lamp and I could have one wish, I would wish that I had a normal face that no one ever noticed at all. I would wish that I would walk down the street without people seeing me and then doing that look away thing. Here's what I think. The only reason I'm not ordinary is that no one else sees me that way. But I'm kind of used to how I look by now. I know how to pretend. I don't see the faces people make. We've all gotten pretty good at that sort of thing. Me, Mom, and Dad, Via. Actually, I take that back. Via's not good at it. She can get really annoyed when people do something rude. Like for instance, one time in the playground, some older kids made some noises. I don't even know what noises were exactly, but I didn't hear them myself. But Via heard and she just started yelling at the kids. That's the way she is. I'm not that way. Via doesn't see me as ordinary. She said she does, but if I were ordinary, she wouldn't feel like she needs to protect me as much. And Mom and Dad don't see me as ordinary either. They see me as extraordinary. I think the only person in the world who realizes how ordinary I am is me. My name is August, by the way. I won't describe what I look like. Whatever you're thinking, it's probably worse. So, I feel like this is a very big book to start reading to students, especially in a classroom, because we have all grown up in the world where everybody gets bullied for one specific thing. Kids feel targeted. They don't feel comfortable coming to school because they always feel like there's something that's going to catch the other kids' attention and it's going to put a giant sign on their forehead, tease me. This book is something I want to read to my students because I want them to see that just because you're not ordinary doesn't mean you're not ordinary. Every single person is the same on the inside, and we need to see that. Just because somebody looks different doesn't mean that they're a different person. It means that's who they are. And especially with the kids growing up, I want to show them that just because somebody looks different doesn't mean it makes them a target. It makes them who they are, and it makes them special in their own way. So I want to make sure to spread the joy of this book. I want to recommend it for any other classroom to read. And this is the book that we're going to start reading in our class out loud today.